And now for part 2 of screening. So we've narrowed down our criteria. Here we can show here. For it's an industry classification as non-prescription drugs or vitamins in the United States with a market cap of less than £1 billion. So it gets us down to 35 companies. Looking at our output, we can add whichever output we'd like. So you can search here for your output, or you can browse if you don't know what you want. Good outputs are price to earnings metric. You can look at EBITDA multiple. Here we're going to go into multiples here. If you're trying to find out, if you're looking for private equity firms, you can look at investment criteria. Here, so we're going to look at revenue multiple. I'm going to add that column. We're going to add EBITDA multiple. And we're going to have price to earnings. And then we're just going to go here and view results. Like I said, there's multiple other ones you can look at here. You can look at forward multiples, which also can be quite useful. And those just use Capital IQ's estimates that we have access to. You can also look at multiple margins. I mean, you can add as many as you'd like. And this is the estimates that I was referring to. So these are the consensus estimates, and then Capital IQ has estimates. Consensus estimates generally come from Thomson, so I believe Thomson now owns Capital IQ. And Capital IQ estimates would just be the ones that Capital IQ has access to, as opposed to the consensus, which are published. I'm not sure what is in this because this varies by description or by subscription. So we're going to go back and view our results. And we'll see here we have all of the columns that we've added. And the easiest way to be able to play with this data is to export it to Excel. There's something you can download for Excel if you don't have a Mac. Unfortunately, I have a Mac, so I haven't been able to download it. You can make it more dynamic. But in this case, we can see the companies that we have. Since we've looked at the overview already in the screener from before, we can make sure that we're not missing any major companies. Yep. And so then all I have to do is then export that to Excel. And it just started downloading it now. And you can play in those and sort them as much as you'd like in Excel and compare them to the industry metrics that we saw in the other screening profile. So that is how you build a comp set in Capital IQ.